What up, guys? Your boy Just King Zere. Welcome back to the Just King Zere podcast. And yeah, man, on this video, we're gonna be talking about Trump and Ramaphosa meeting that's gonna be happening next week regarding the uh, farm murder, genocide, theory or conspiracy, or also the 49 farmers that the Afrikaners have left South Africa to go and become refugees in the United States. So everybody's talking about it, but as you know, a lot of people have their own agendas, and basically people representing the left and the right, and it's very important for us also to speak, on this issue and say our mind and our viewpoint, because if we don't, then a certain people who have an agenda could end up influencing everybody, to believing things. We need to hear all sides of the story. So hence we make these videos. So don't forget, please subscribe to the platform. Let's grow this platform. Let's have more followers. I'm at 700. I'm about to reach 800 subscribers. Let's get over 1K, guys. Let's get over 1K. Let's be respectable. Let's get to that point where we know that after that point we're gonna be flying. So I need you guys to subscribe if you are a fan of my content. Yeah, man. So the algorithm hasn't been favoring my content. Been showing it to very few people, about 20, 30, if I'm lucky 50. So if you like my content, subscribe so that you may be able to get this thing via notification, so we don't completely depend on the algorithm, because systems, they aim to quiet people like us, conservative voices that of reason, voices of speaking about things in uncomfortable truths. Let me adjust the lighting. Yeah, the lighting is bad today, but we'll push through. Let's just go through it. Let's just push it. So subscribe, guys. So a lot of white people are banking on this situation, or the meeting. They are banking on it to go the way that Zelensky's meeting went in the United States. They basically want to humiliate Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa. They want him to be humiliated on a world stage. They want him to not be taken seriously. They want him to be made fun of in the States. They are banking on it. They are all over the comments. They are all over there. They're rubbing their hands, for that day. Basically they want Cyril to follow suit. Hey, Kaferke. That's what they want. They're saying, they're acting as if a kafir room must be put in place. Do you understand? So, unfortunately, you guys don't know Cyril. You guys don't know Cyril. Cyril is not your regular guy. Cyril is a stubborn man. Cyril is stubborn. Cyril got an agenda of his own. Cyril is patriotic. Cyril stands for South Africa and the name and the brand South Africa. That's why when you expected him to fall, he told you, we will not be bullied. We will not be bullied. I'm sure you guys weren't expecting that. So if you think this is a kafir key, now you've met the buffalo. You have met the buffalo. Do you understand? And the buffalo will show you flames. And you're Mr. Trump, President Trump. Why? Because these things are lies. It's lies. Not to say bad things haven't happened, farmers haven't been killed and all that. Yes, that has happened, but it's not a genocide against white people. It's happened to black people. It's happened to whoever race that own farms. Crime is also happening to every person, to a lot of people in South Africa. People in the hood, people in the townships. I mean, people. You understand? I saw people trying to make reasonings that they've been hijacked 4 times, kidnapped. They've been what. The white people saying that. How many black people have been kidnapped? How many black people have that happened to? I personally know people who that has happened to. You know, I know a person that has happened to, kidnapped, put inside the boot and the car. Do you understand? Luckily, they found the car. And do you understand? That has happened to a lot of people, and it's not a racial thing. So to make it look like this thing is racial, do you understand? Do not do that. The person that you guys should be fighting is a Julius Malema. That's the person you should be fighting. You should be fighting a Julius Malema who's singing the song. That's about it. But for you guys to go and do whatever you're doing, I get it. Maybe it's because maybe you feel that the government is not speaking out for you or whatever. Against Julius Malema, okay, I'll give you that one. But I really think that you guys, you are tarnishing the reputation of the country. You are tarnishing the country's image worldwide. You are destroying the reputation of this beautiful country where blacks and whites live harmoniously. A lot of white people, they've come out to say this thing is false, this thing is, we need to say it as it is, that what's actually happening in South Africa, not lies, not half-truths. Let's not talk half-truths, let's talk full truths to make it seen that what is really happening in South Africa. This thing of trying to embarrass your president, Cyril Ramaphosa is your president, like it or not. He was the best fit for that time in the ANC. Yes. He has come to play his role. Whether his role is good, whether it's bad, but he's here for a reason. And he's here because the people saw it fit, because he has played roles in the past, negotiating, doing all these type of things. In the mining sectors, doing all these things. Pushing for a peaceful, transition from apartheid to democracy. He's done that, and people trusted him, So we can't just run around and say, Cyril, what? Yes, we are saying that, but how many years have we been saying that? How many years can you sing the same story? I don't like a lot of things that Cyril is doing and all that. I don't understand it, but he's still my president. And when it's time to be patriotic, I'll be patriotic. This is my country. You understand? I'm not going to go and talk about my father outside in a bad way and then expose him and do all these type of things. No, if I have to, then I have to do it in a loving way, in a progressive way, to make sure that things go well. Do you understand? Not to say Cyril my father, but I'm just saying the president of the country. Do you understand? So this thing you guys are banking on is not going to happen. No Cyril is going to be embarrassed there. You understand? Because Trump is talking lies. You can even tell that he's very naive the way he's speaking. Like, oh, they are killing them in South Africa. Oh, I can rub the floor with Trump if he was in a room with me saying those things to me. I can rub the floor with him. I can mop the floor with him. What the hell are you talking about, sir? They are killing. Who's killing? Do you understand? Who's killing? I can even bring facts. Who's killing? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Oh, they're confiscating the land, whatever. Who's doing that? Hey, there's some people who moved into a land that they don't own and the government is saying nothing about it. Is that confiscation of land? No, that's just a criminal thing that people are doing, and which must be looked at, and lawyers must be on top of it, and it must be taken to court, and it must be fixed. It can be fixed. That's not a confiscation of land. Silence is not a confiscation of land. Confiscation is so enough for you to run to another country and claim refugee. Do you understand how Trump can we can mop the floor with Trump? He's just talking. He doesn't have proof. He doesn't have nothing. He's just speaking from Elon Musk's emotions. Just speaking from Elon Musk's emotions, Nothing's really there, Let me see if I can just improve the lighting. Nah, it's a cold day, so maybe I should put a ring light. But anyways, it can't be, man. We can't be doing this thing, So, a lot of things, man, there's so much things you can say to Trump. That Mr. Trump, here are the stats, here are the things, here are the what, here are this. Look at this thing. Which white people have been, yes, crime is crime in South Africa. There's a lot of crime. Crime needs to be dealt with. But to just focus on a specific group, based on a song, and say that it just sounds very childish to me. That people will just say refugee, or those people to me are looking. There are people who, I don't know. Yes, of course, they feel that their life is at risk. They feel that this and that. I feel that if such people, it's a certain situation whereby there needs to be, I don't know, a bumping up of security into the farms, into all these things. That's how this thing can be solved. Bumping up the security, making sure that one puts in investment into making sure that if you're making enough money, I'm talking about those who are making enough money, those who are millionaires from farming, those who are, do you understand? Just they can invest more in security, or things like AfriForum, things like all these things. These things can be taken to court, and this thing make sure that proper things are being done, for all farmers and all whatever. Make it a proper in the budget of government and all that, to make sure that farmers are safe and all this stuff. Those are the ways. Those are the problem solving. Those are the things that should be focused on. Those are the things that you should be talking about. But you are not doing that. You are not going to government. You are not going to the courts. You are not getting you have a forum. You are not going to this thing. You are not going to the DA to ensure that we speak for farmers, to ensure farmers are protected and all these things. No, you want to do it yourself, and then you are failing because it's expensive. We can put those things in the government budget and make sure that we really as a country, patriotically, we make sure that we protect. But now if you're just going to go behind our back, run and talk about it and expose all of us and ruin the reputation of the whole country, that is very bad. That is very destructive to the country. It's very destructive to the image of the country, and the reputation is everything. Protect it with your life. Do you understand? So it's very bad, So there's better ways to do it. And if we are nationalists, if we are people who love our country, who really believe in this country, we would find better ways to problem solve, instead of running to another country and spreading a lot of information that is half truth. Do you understand? And involving other people within our matters, in such a way that the whole world now is viewing blacks. It seems like people are just wanting blacks to be viewed in a very, very bad way. Because look at some of these farmers. Many of these farmers, I've spoken to many on lives on TikTok. They told me that they hire illegal foreigners. They say illegal foreigners work hard. They say South Africans don't work hard. They say South Africans are lazy. So how are you going to hire someone that we can't document? It's not documented. How are you going to hire someone that you can't trace? How are you going to hire someone that you can't trace? If that person kills you, how are you going to trace that person? How are we going to trace that person? Do you understand? And then when some of those people, they do those things, they unalive people, now all of us must bear the burden, the name, and must be categorized with maybe killers who are from another country. How can me, as South African, be categorized with people who come without documentation? How? So do you understand that it just shows that you don't have love for black people? You view black people all in general as one thing. You don't categorize that these are South Africans. It means you don't value us South Africans. You don't value South Africans, black South Africans. So meaning that a rainbow nation is an illusion to us. It's something to make us feel, oh, we are. But you guys, you don't consider a rainbow nation. You don't put rainbow nation within your mind and say, oh, you just say it but when push come to shove, these black people, these kafirs, you can't even differentiate someone from Zimbabwe and someone from South Africa, someone from wherever. To you, it's just kafirs. You think me and those people were the same? No, I'm raised in South Africa. I'm raised under the principles of Nelson Mandela. Those things that the history, that I'm born by people who were there during those times. Do you understand? I'm there I saw people who experienced apartheid, people who experienced this and all those things. I'm born by those people. I'm a different cloth. But yet you want to categorize all of us in one thing. It just shows that you don't have an understanding for us. You don't put us anywhere. You just smile for the sake of smiling. You're being exposed that you don't consider us anyway. To us, we're just the same. And when you want to exploit human labor, then that's when now you can say, oh, these are South Africans. We want those Malawians who are there. When you want to exploit, you want the people to exploit. A black person is fine with you only when you can exploit them. If they speak for their rights and they are intelligent and they are speaking as a human being, they are not fine with you. They are not fine. If they speak their mind, if they are confident, then they are not, something that you want to mess with. You don't want to be around it. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to, Instead, you much rather spread information. You don't want a confident black person, especially black man. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, I don't know which rock you're living under, but continue doing what you're doing. It's not going to end well for you. This thing of yours speaking that South Africa doesn't belong to blacks, Khoisan, whatever. We know what you did now. We know what you did. We know how you confused Khoisan people and confused them. You put them in undercolored. You do all these things. We know those things. We know that Khoisan people are black like us. They are African natives, just like us. Same hair. And you know what else? We know that those people are our ancestors as well. We know that some of us, have, everyone in South Africa has a Khoisan DNA. So keep talking. And we know now the Bantu migration is false. We've been here since. We've been here. If Mapungube Kingdom was here in the southern region of Southern Africa, a whole kingdom, what makes you think we can make a whole move from East Africa, from West Central Africa, and we move down to South Africa within a very, very short time, within the 1700, whatever, and already we come here and say, no, this is our place. We are taking this place, what. And then within that time, we were unalive and kill Khoisan people in large numbers. And then from there, we attack each other. And then from there, we attack the whites and whatever. We meet and we just have a claim to this land, and we say we are claiming this land. How can you do that? How does that make sense? How can you do that within 1 century? Because you first have to establish and say, okay, this and that. How can the numbers and the population be so big? How can the Bantu population become so big and fill East Africa and go down to Central Africa, beneath there, Congo, and how can the population just rise like that so fast within 1 century? Stop lying to us, man. Stop lying to us. It's a lie, this Bantu migration thing. How can that means we are God, man? That means we are gods. How powerful are we that we can do a thing that takes generations? We do it all in one time, in 1 century, in 100 years. No ways. This was established already. Abatembu, Ababanbani, the Abangona, Venda people were already here. The people were here already, settled, already for centuries. Do you understand? So stop lying to the people. Trump is not gonna do anything. If he does, we are on his ass as well. In terms of we're gonna be exposing the lies. We are not gonna stop. We are gonna talk and expose to the world what America is trying to do. Anyway, it's your boy Just King Zeri signing out.